Raptor Space Marine Artemax had been captured by the Tau, but escaped in an elaborate ruse. He was armorless within the military base, yet he knew exactly where the Tau commander had stored a suit of his fallen brothers as a trophy, and he and the rebels went to rearm the Space Marine. Force and heat blasted across the command deck. The ceiling at the rear of the command gallery jettisoned smoke and flame in an ear-blazing clap. Fragments of composite and devastated steel pelted the bulkhead. Water-cast Tau ore toppled, his ears ringing and warm. Blinking the days from his eyes, he crawled to a console, nauseous, as screeching debris slammed to the deck, cables uncoiled from the breach, smacking to the floor. Rebels repelled into the smoke, red beams scything from their weapons into the Tau in the command gallery. Tolun and the other hunters returned fire, blue crystals of pulse light punching into the smoke cloud. Tolun roared firing commands, pistol bucking in his hands. Another weapon barked, and a whistling hard round smashed into the hunter's cover. A heartbeat later, a detonation punched Tolun to his back, sending him sliding across the deck. Artemax thudded down from the rupture, smoke wreathing the naked fortress of him. His bolt rifle barked again, each shot invoking starbursts at his muzzle. The hunters returned fire, before one of them disintegrated in a wet burst of blast smoke and blood mist. A storm of las fire and explosive shells rained across the command gallery, sending the handful of hunters on deck sprawling for cover. After 3 breaths, the storm faltered, or peeked from cover. Artemax had joined his rebels. Besides the mantle of trophy armor Nobledon had taken from his dead battle brother, the humans were in frantic motion, undrilling the ceramite plates within the stasis field, fumbling with forged tongs to remove each segment. One of them uncoiled a brass chain and thurible from her satchel, scorching a mound of incense on the sensor plate with a torch, swinging the smoking sphere erratically as she raised a worn primer and chanted a barbaric techno spell, one she clearly didn't know. Rebels placed the liberated components of the power armor around Artemax's grotesque flesh, stabbing inputs into his junction ports, holding them steady. Another rebel plodded between the others, securing the ceramite plates, her hands drill screaming until bolts thudded tight into their seating. Then a goggled fighter working on the armor shouted with excitement. The mantle's power pack roared to life, filling the deck with the reek of burning oxygen, painting the fighter orange until its vents snapped closed. Artemax had known the armor would be here, or realized it wasn't possible. Someone would have had to tell him.